Welcome back, everybody. Good morning once again from our family here at DBS 2 Yours. We are continuing with This Morning. In this segment, we want to bring you the latest and what you need to know right now that's very exciting with Invest St Lucia.
Invest St Lucia is often first point of contact and the one on the ground trying to address the needs of investors who are grappling with changes of international trade, commerce, social and global cultural trends. When investors face challenges with human resources from the outputs of our educational system and labor force, we hear about it. When investors have concerns about realities of climate change, natural disasters, and sargassum seaweed, we are aware of it. Whatever our social and environmental issues are, it always impacts the investors and therefore it impacts our strategic focus. We are also aware of our competition. St. Lucia is special to us because we are St. Lucians and we love our island. But in the world's eye, we are just one of many developing post-colonial global southern countries. We are still perceived as being far from what is considered a successful country by all the international indices. Every time other comparable tropical markets with similar offerings overtake our nation in attracting sustainable investment by ethical players, because they seize the moment more powerfully and creatively than we did, trust me, we do take note of it. All of it informs our strategy for success. My esteemed colleague and CEO of Invest St. Lucia, and trust me, I have been working very, very hard with Mr. Cherry to ensure we place St. Lucia at the top of the region's best place to invest. And with the support of my board, he is certainly under pressure.
One of the things I really appreciate about what the new Invest board has done, and I really want to congratulate Pinkley and his board for the initiatives that they've been undertaking, is that many people confuse brand with what actually we do. And I think that they've done it backwards here. In fact, that they've been doing for some time and now are allowing the brand to catch up with what they're doing. And that's really commendable because it's real. And at the end of the day, there's a tremendous amount of competition that's taking place in the world. And if we want to be able to capture our fair share of investment, it means that we're going to have to be more innovative, we're going to have to be hungrier than everybody else. And we're certainly going to have to make a compelling case as to why somebody wants to come to this country. And the job of all of us together, because we're all in this thing together, is about achieving that. And Bradley started touching on some of those things. The infrastructure has to be fixed. I mean, conceptually in our minds, we're saying that we want to be able to double or triple the GDP of this country. And if we're going to do that, clearly the airport's not functional. The roads are insufficient. We're not producing enough water. We have sewage problems that we've got to be able to overcome. And the effectiveness of doing business in government has to change. And so just you as a private person, to go and get a driver's license, it can't be that you have to take a day off work to go and get a driver's license. And then to leave with a piece of paper that gives you a permission slip to say that you're allowed to drive without actually getting your driver's license, to be able to get a passport, to be able to go and get your certifications. Why should we have to, go through lawyers to be able to get our birth certificates and all these registry stuff? I mean, these are things that should be readily available online. If in fact we can register an IBC, an International Business Corporation, in 20 minutes, but to register a company domestically, 6 weeks, these are the things that we have to be able to change. In addition to that, who are our clients and where are they coming from and what do they want? And so they want to know that they can come to a country that's secure. So safety is very important. They want to know if they get sick that they can be taken care of. So health is very important. If they have children, they want to know that they can put them into an education system that is comparable with anywhere else in the world. These are not aspirations. These are the things that we have to do.
Good morning once again, everybody. Welcome back to DBS this morning. And in this segment, we really want persons to pay close attention because we know October to be Creole Heritage Month, but it's also Breast Cancer Awareness. But in this segment, it's cancer related, not breast cancer though. So we're sharing the story about a brave young boy by the name of Carson who is fighting right now in France. And his father was able to share this story. And so hopefully this will resonate with other families or persons who need that hope and this inspiration. And also the Cancer Society was able to help make a donation and contribution towards helping him have a fighting chance. So let's hear more of Carsons' story. Good morning, St Lucia Wake Up family. We are keeping you in the know and of course want to share a story hopefully that will be encouragement to any other families who can relate and of course inspire others to just champion a cause and support our St Lucia Cancer Society. So I have a very special guest, a very strong man here with me today. So I'll allow him to introduce himself first.
Carsons St Romain, who's the father of Carsons St Romain, a very strong individual, very strong 5-year-old.
That's our warrior right there. That's what I'm going to
Yes.
call him.
Yeah, he's a warrior, and despite all what he's going through, and he's a fighter, his spirits are not dampened. He's still very much energetic, despite everything. I mean, I don't think I would be able to handle it like he is, but yeah, he's a strong guy.
And that just goes to show you now, for those who may not be familiar with the story, Carson is now a 5-year-old. So happy belated birthday because he recently celebrated his
on the
5th
23rd.
birthday on the 23rd. And he is fighting cancer. And of course, you all may know through the show, at least you should already know, that September is also Childhood Cancer Awareness. So let's talk about Carson and where this story began. When did you guys discover?
Well, it all began. He was just a normal 4-year-old going to school, going to preschool. That was just before school closed for the summer. Well, probably a month or two before school closed for the summer. Carson started complaining of a headache, like a persistent headache. It would go and come, but he kept on pointing towards the back of his head, and he was rolling his eyes. And we kind of noticed that, like when he was walking, like his balance was a bit off. He kept on tripping, but he was still happy. But amidst the pain which came off and on, it was very frequent. And then we went to different doctors to try to diagnose the problem. But at first, they mistook it for probably an allergic reaction or something. You understand? Or like sinus issues, because the symptoms that he presented were someone suffering with like an allergy or like sinus problems. But when we realized that all the medication, nothing, he was still having the pain off and on. We had to take him off from school and we kept him at home because, we didn't want him to fall sick in the school. But eventually we found a very good doctor who I know through a co-worker of mine, Dr. Innocent. She booked an appointment for us and we went to see her. It was nothing formal, and she just observed him and she realized that he was just off balance and he was complaining about the pain. So right away she told us whatever she thinks is not anything, it's not a good sign. So it's bad news. So right away we knew something was up. Right. So then we went to Tapia, we did a scan, then we noticed the tumor. So we had to hit the ground running, go to Martinique. Because of his age, Martinique could not perform the surgery because he had to do the surgery under general anesthesia. But the equipment they had, it could not sustain such a small individual. It's more for adults. So we had no choice but then to go to France. It always pays to be nice to people because I am somebody, when I'm working, I'm usually nice to people. I treat them well. I try to be as honest as I can. And a lot of my friends, they assisted me financially. Some of them gave me monetary contributions. Some of them, they raised funds or they contributed indirectly. And they played a very, very, very important part of us being able to survive in France. And then they would look out for my children, for me down here. If they see my son, probably give him his little lunch money or give him a little snack. You understand? My mom was looking after them. They were staying with her while I was gone. And this has helped tremendously. But you see, there are certain persons who shine no matter what. And you can see the qualities in those people. And I can just name a few of them, like Dustin in Viewfort. There's also Carrot. And a whole other few. So the friend was there with me, Jessica. Golden people. Trust me, those people are lovely people. And those people went out of their way to be able to assist me. Her cousin Elaine is one of the golden people. That's why I tell you, it's always, we are blessed to have certain types of individual around us. I don't know. God doesn't sleep.
That's right.
I'm telling you, because certain persons, I mean, they would just come into your life, not by mistake. There has to be some reason or some force causing that to be. Because the cousin we are living by in France, we have never met her prior to Carson being ill.
Wow.
So imagine Lana was able to go to Facebook and message her through Facebook. You understand?
Yes.
And then she received us in Paris in open arms. So whenever Carson is not in the hospital, we buy her. And to anybody, if you could assist an organization like the Cancer Society, please do, because they assist a lot of other individuals. And if somebody is going through an ordeal like mine, like ours, if there's a fundraiser, please attend, even though you do not spend much time there, but at least just go patronize whatever they're having, because it goes a long way towards helping the individuals.
Indeed.
Okay, so we are so grateful, and on behalf of Carson, he's the shining star in all of this. So on behalf of him and Lana, his mom, we thank everybody who was able to help make this contribution possible.
Perfect. Well,
Okay.
again, we are sending you strength. It's positivity all the way. More blessings. And of course, Carson is our little warrior. So we look forward to hearing positive news very soon.
Very soon.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.